Yeah, so here we are. Hey.
Hello, everybody. Today we're doing a buddy haul. We'll see how this works out. This is pretty rough. It might be rough, but we'll see. Hey, my name is Jake from Pulp Mortem. Maybe we'll go around and introduce ourselves. People are be coming in and out. It's just going to be a hangout where we're showing off books. And yeah, just hanging out on a Sunday evening from all over the world, literally. So yeah, I'm Jake. I have a billion books to show off, and there's no way I'm going to get through all of them. Hello, everybody in the chat. And why don't we kind of just go around in a circle here and introduce ourselves?
All right. Well, I'm Warren. I'm with the Crime Machine. Hopefully, I will have a channel someday. So I'm just getting my feet wet. And I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hi, I'm Keith. I'm with Tau0SF. Occasionally, I'll make a video when I actually have time. And I'm not dead yet, so we're doing well.
He's good.
Hey, I'm Eric Wag. I write books about guys with swords.
Ooh. It does. I have them somewhere. I have your sword books.
Oh, no, thank you.
I didn't buy them. I bootlegged them.
That's okay.
Take it easy.
Yeah. I can only ask so much, you know.
Okay, I'm Deb. I'm in Australia. My channel is The Omnivorous Reader because I read omnivorously, including about swords. And I mostly read, I guess, classic science fiction, but I will read pretty much anything.
Yeah, you read everything. And Deb, I want to ask you: are these books that because you'll post a couple a week? Are you rereading these, or are you reading them like? Are you just remembering books and that you're doing, or are you really reading this much?
I don't post reviews for a book that I haven't read pretty soon before I do the review. I do read quite ridiculously fast, but I started to have trouble remembering the books I was reading a couple of decades ago because I read too fast.
Yeah.
Reviews have mostly started for me in order to remember the books that I read. So I started on Goodreads doing the reviews. The books that I post on YouTube, I will always have just finished reading unless I say otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, you got to read fast then. I was just telling everybody before we started here that since I started doing YouTube, I've actually started reading less because I'll pause until I get a video filmed, the script written, everything edited before I start reading something else because I don't want to fill my brain up with two books and get confused. And yeah, the only time I don't is if I'm on a deadline doing something with the guys, for the Elusive Exclusive Book Society. Brett, it looks like he's coming to the Beast Reads is coming. He's coming. I see him. He's in the dark. He's in the shadows. How's it going, Brett? Can you hear us? We kind of see there's a dead body in front of your webcam there.
It's a privacy screen.
Yeah, that's what it is. We can't hear you, Brett. Well, anyway, we'll get started. on, and I guess I'll start first. I'm going to just do sections here, just so I don't go, because if not, like I said, I'll be doing it for 3 hours just with my own books. I have, okay, I had like 60 or so, 50 or 60 books, which is a good size haul. Then I bought a huge lot on, oh geez, do you guys know Beard Books Dragon, Geek Dragon Love books? Some shoot,
Yeah.
I always Paul, awesome guy. He's got a fun channel. I literally always mess up his name. Geeks Love Book Dragon. Geeks Love Dogs Book. Anyway, whatever. Afterwards, I'll put it in the link. He sent me a message. He said, "I've seen that you've collected some of those laser books before," and so he got me in touch here with Oxcart Books in New York. Somebody had just sold their almost an entire collection. And I was, I had a handful of them, but not a lot. So I literally bought like, I want to say 40 of those laser books. But I'm not going to haul them here because I have a video coming out next week about that in particular. But hey, that looks good. Let's bring Brett back on. Can you hear us, Brett?
Pardon me.
We can't hear you.
Well, we can see you. That's
We can see you though.
We're 50% of the way there.
Halfway there. Dang you, technology.
I feel your pain. Technology is painful at times.
It might be in your settings if you're on your computer. Sometimes you have to change the input. I don't know. He works on that. I'll make myself a little bigger. Whoever's hauling will make them a little bigger. Look how little you guys are. Here, Keith. We'll put you. You're hiding under the duck, Keith.
All right.
All right.
Great.
I went to my brother's house for my niece's birthday party, and my brother dropped a bag. He was like, "Here, I got you some books." I was like, "What? What'd you do this for? My birthday was like 2 months ago." He's like, "I've just been collecting." He was looking for an excuse to go shopping, but so these are from my brother, and he had some pretty good picks. So he got Larry Niven here, Inconstant Moon. I like Niven, and like Nothing on Earth, Eric Frank Russell. Now, I've never heard of this. Is a Methluin paperback. Oh, someone's good focused here. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Yeah,
I've
there
heard
you.
of Methven, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I've got a few.
a lot of that looks like it's maybe either Australian or British.
Yeah, I think they're from the UK.
It says UK only here. Yeah, I'd never heard of this publisher before. John Lymington, The Star Witches. That's pretty cool. And I didn't have anything by John Lymington, so I was excited about that. Piers Anthony, Thor. And if you guys have read any of these, let us know. But yeah, look at that cover.
a cover.
What is that?
I don't know what's happening, but I was excited about that one. Worlds for the Taking by Kenneth Bulmer.
Oh, Bulmer. Good.
Is he? Because I read one Kenneth Bulmer this year and I hated it.
I read
Maybe.
3. I loathed 1, enjoyed 1, and I've forgotten the 3rd, but I seem to remember enjoying it at the time.
Okay, so he's might be hit and miss. And guys in the chat as well, let us know if you guys have read any of these. You got the Werewolf Principle by Clifford D. Simak, which I was excited about this because I had this already, but I had the a newer edition that sucked with like the metal werewolf head that looks just awful. Oh, that's good to know.
That's what I'm keeping my eye out for.
Oh, Clyde Colwell. Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. Tim says, I can't stay much longer. Sorry, I can't contribute to the haul. I have to catch the VOD later. Love you all. God bless. Well, I guess we love you too. Idiot. Let's talk bad about him after he leaves. Hal Clement, Natives of Space. That's pretty cool. He got me 2 Marion Zimmer Bradleys, which I've heard she's I've never read anything by her, but I don't really buy anything by her for obvious reasons, if you know. But I mean, the cover's pretty, hold on, focus. The cover's kind of undeniable. Anyway, sorry, it's having a hard time focusing. Endless Voyage and The Survivors. And this was made probably with her husband as well, I'd guess. Is that true? Paul Edwin Zimmer.
Yeah, I think that's the guy.
That's
Is
the
that her
guy.
first husband? She had 2 husbands.
I
Pretty
don't
Yeah,
know.
I
think
thought the
that's the
guy
second
was
one.
Walter Breen.
Yeah, Breen is the.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Green
Breen. Yeah,
Boondoggle.
that was it. I was giving misinformation. Ignore me.
And these next two are the reason why he did this, because I opened this and he literally could not stop laughing. Look at that.
Why is he so sad?
Sad cats of
So
Mars.
sad. Welcome to Mars, I guess.
Make sure to take your shoes off before you go on the sandbanks.
And the next one.
I love Blish, but that cover is insane.
Oh, it's great. I can't wait to read it. Dark Star by Alan Dean Foster. And if you haven't seen this cover, there's no way you could guess. There's no way you could guess what's going to be on there. It's an astronaut surfing on a solar flare on something. It's so stupid.
What do the
That's
kids say
actually in
nowadays?
the
That's
movie.
peak.
That's peak. Oh my gosh. And the next 3 were from Nick from the Book Graveyard. Sent me some books. What a Sweetie Pie. Whoa, kind of. Starfighters by Robert E. Mills. Which is just, yeah.
What's that on his head? Is it like a mushroom?
It's a totally tubular. It's a it's the same hat that they wear on Star Wars. This is a Star Wars ripoff.
It's totally not copyright infringement. I don't know what you're
Exactly.
talking about.
Oh, the back of it too. The Dark Empire Strikes Back.
A perfectly valid book to find in Hong Kong. We're fine.
When he reviewed them, I had to go find. I knew I had a copy when I saw the cover. I knew I had a copy of it. I had to
Let
find
me put you up here for a second. Oh, you got both of them.
both of them. The first one. This was the first
Oh,
in
yeah.
the series. It's got the scroll.
Oh man.
Got scroll. Yeah. So definitely not.
Even
a
the
Star
scroll,
Wars.
yeah.
But as soon as he showed that book, I said, "I know I got that."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tim Secret Fire Books just did a review on that one, and I was laughing the whole time. He was basically it looked like it broke him a bit, which was great. Nick also got me for Texas and Zed. Pretty much anything Texas, he'll just buy it and send it to me, and I'm like, I've been in Texas for like a year. But the ironic thing was, literally the day I got this, Brian from Bad Taste Books texted me a picture that says, "Hey, do you need me to pick this up for you?" Like, what is it with you guys? And Nick also sent me The Big Brain by Gary Brandner, because it is the best cover I've ever seen in my entire life.
Number 1, the Aardvark Affair?
Yeah, and look, there's like a Mexican guy about to hit a lady on the head with a hatchet.
What's going on?
Like
here?
it's like a spy with a giant brain.
You can tell he's smart because of the turtleneck.
Sold.
Oh, the Dark Star cover is great for the John Carpenter movie. Yeah. Who the heck knows, Micah? Who the heck knows? But
It's a
Tim did a deep
novelization.
dive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a novelization of the movie.
Is
Alan Dean Foster novelizing something? No way.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if it was a science fiction movie in the 70s or 80s, Alan Dean Foster novelized it. Yeah.
It's a fun movie.
Is it? Okay, I had no idea about that. That's good to know. Oh yeah, everybody's on top of it.
It was the same guy who did Alien. It was what's that director's name?
Ridley Scott?
Scott?
Yeah, Ridley Scott. That was like his first movie. It was like a college project.
I've heard of this. This is just now clicking in my head. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dan
I feel
O'Bannon.
like maybe I
wrote it.
saw that back in the day, but I don't remember it at all, really.
It's a kind of a satirical movie.
Yeah, the Alien. I've seen the Alien. Okay,
Yeah,
I
the
know what
beach
I'm
ball.
doing. As soon as
Yeah.
we're done here, I know what we're all doing. We're all watching Dark Star.
The best space hippie movie ever.
Okay, Deb, I'll take a break for a bit. Deb, you've got to go next because she's got to go to work.
But I need to be paid to buy books. So when I said I couldn't do a haul, I had only 3 books. But you know how they get together in the room when you're not there and they breed and then there's more books? Well, that happened. So, like you, Jake, people give me books. So the guy I work with at Griffith, him and I were talking about D&D and role-playing, which we both did earlier in the day. And we were talking about R.A. Salvatore, and I go, yeah, I love the Drizzt books. Don't know if any of you guys know them. But he shows up for work the next day and says, hey, I found all of these in my bedside table, and I like reading Kindle now, so do you want them? So hang on. Number 1 is The Orc King. So I don't know. Can you see this properly or is it reversed?
Well, we can see it properly.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I don't know if any of you were into the D&Ds, but Drizzt to Urban with his 2
A little, yeah.
and yes, I can see someone smiling. Then the second one is The Pirate King. And then the third one is The Ghost King. I'm not sure if I ever read these back in the day, so I'm kind of looking forward to them.
Ghost King looks cool.
I think they're probably all pretty cool. All the Drizzt novels were pretty spot on. In terms of series, I accidentally went into a secondhand bookshop the other day and found 2 Joel Rosenberg books. He also, based on D&D, had this series called, what was the series called? Guardians of the Flame. And these are 4 and 5 in the series, so the last 2. And I had all the others, so I was happy about that. This cover, though, look at that dragon. I don't know what it's doing with its tail, but it's odd. Anyway.
You had to take a hard right angle, yeah.
Hard right angle, or maybe someone hit that dragon on the tail and it's a bit broken. And yet another dragon looking not like I'd expect a dragon to look, but all good.
No.
All these sad animals today.
Alice Peters is a medieval monk who solves medieval murder mysteries. So I can see one person nodding. It's based in Wales. I really like them. Came across this one, picked it up. I think it was only $1.
Oh yeah, Alice Peters, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Still going.
Did you say Cadfell? That's
Cadfell, yes.
yeah.
That's the one. Bob Shaw, Orbitsville Departure. I was really happy to find this because I'm always looking for Bob Shaw, and he's kind of hard to find in Australia. Plus, this one's in really good condition, much better condition than I normally find secondhand books.
Oh.
So I was happy about that.
Very nice.
It's hard to find Bob Shaw here, too, at least out in the wild.
Okay. Well, out in the wild is where I mainly get books, so I'm a bit sad that this one is a sequel to Orbitsville itself, but maybe I'll come across that someday. Proving the Omnivorous Reader, The Friendly Dolphins by Patricia Lauber. See, we can have happy animals.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
They're going right into a tuna net. No!
Yeah, anyway, it's a 60s book. It's meant for kids. It's got pretty nice black and white illustrations. I'm looking forward to it. I know almost no adult in the multiverse is going to be excited about that, but I am.
That's awesome. That's legitimately awesome. I buy tons of old stuff like that from
Yeah.
the 60s and stuff, yeah.
And some
But
kids
I have
books-
young kids, too.
Well, some kids' books are amazing. So, yeah. Okay, and here we have got a crime. A Prue Marlowe pet noir. Parrots prove deadly. I'd bring my parrot on screen for this one, but he'd probably bite me.
Which one's the hero and which one's the villain?
Well, I'm going to go with the parrot being the hero, because if not, he'll probably peck my nose off. But yeah, no, we've got, what's her name? Prue Marlowe is a psychic detective. She can hear animals' thoughts. Oh, you have? Wow.
All right.
Other people have read it. Is it good? It's It is pretty random. It was so random.
It's
I had
different.
To buy
That's
it.
I would probably buy it too if I'm being honest. If I saw that.
What's more, I'm going to read that sometime when I've got topped up with science fiction. I'm going to read that and laugh. And the prize of the crop. It's not in great condition, but I'm no book collector. I'm primarily a book reader. Arthur C. Clarke, The Fountains of Paradise. I also don't normally buy hardcovers. This is a hardcover, but it's a first edition, and it's an Arthur C. Clarke that I have never read. Mm-hmm. So I was excited about that. I doubt if it's worth anything to anyone but a reader, but the cover, the dust cover, has kept the actual book in good condition. So, yay. And that's my tiny book haul. If you'd have done this tomorrow, Jake, I'd probably have more because someone's about to give me more books.
Oh, well, we still might be going by tomorrow, so just check back in.
It's not the size of the pile that matters.
Yeah.
No? What does?
The amount of info that you get from the book, of course.
Yeah, that's very cool. And we're also doing with Dib, not the next Elusive Exclusive Book Society, but the one after that. Here, I'll jump on real quick.
Ooh.
We are doing The Reassembled Man with the Omnivorous Reader. And so, yeah, pick up your copy of that if you want. And that'll probably be end of May. Yeah, here, show that again, Deb. Show your cover there. Because this is originally, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that looks...
Oh, wow.
Isn't it amazing?
I like the well-placed zigzag thing there.
I feel that wasn't an accident. I'm pretty sure that whoever was selling it did that, but I'm pretty sure it was on purpose.
Oh, that's not part of the art. That's somebody covering something up.
Oh.
I think it is. I can't really tell. I've tried cleaning it up a bit, but I can't really tell. I think it's.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's.
bet you have.
That's like desecrating the statue of David.
I've blacked out teeth on magazines.
Yeah, and yeah, so I called my bookstore. Hey, do you have this book? I had them set aside, and then I went and picked it up sight unseen, and this is what's on mine. It's a Frazetta, but yeah, polar opposite of what you got.
That's actually not a bad cover. It's weird.
It's not. I'll have to monkey around with the thumbnail a bit, obviously, because yeah, that might get flagged right away. All right, who wants to go next?
Well, I guess maybe me.
Sounds good. Let me make you big there, Warren.
Okay, so this is actually a book I picked up on Friday, and I've already read it, which is it's very thin. Die Fast, Die Happy by Mark Denning. And don't know a lot about this author because I just found it in sort of the men's adventure section. And the reason I picked it up is if you notice the model for the cover painting is the very famous model he did he modeled for the Avenger and some other stuff. And so it looked good. It sounded good. And it actually ended up being a pretty good book. This has no indication whatsoever there are other books in the series, but this guy did 5 books in this series, and he did some other books or standalones. And it's about a CIA hitman. And everything on the front cover actually is in the book. So,
I like it when they do that.
Yeah. So this was a pretty good book. I liked it. Good adventure, straight action all the way through. Hitman has to go on a suicide mission, and he's the only one who could possibly pull it off, kind of thing. So,
okay.
And that was pretty good. I mean, I finished it already. I just bought it Friday night. So, and that same day, I picked up some other stuff. Mr. Dynamite, which I bought because of the cover.
Yep.
How could you resist this? From the top of the world,
Wow.
again, the international secret agent Bob Urban, known as Mr. Dynamite, takes on forces that would stump a lesser man.
He looks like Conan O'Brien, and he is in my headcanon now.
So yeah, I just thought, I looked at that front cover and thought I have to take this home.
If there's no actual dynamite in the book, I'll be very disappointed.
And over on the Book Graveyard, he's been talking about E. Howard Hunt. So I've been trying to pick up
that's
some of
cool.
his stuff. And this turned up one of his David St. John novels before he started cashing in on his notoriety is E. Howard Hunt. So that's The Coven. And this is apparently a long-running series. There's like 20, 25, 30 books in this. It's Secret Mission series by Don Smith. And I don't know anything about that. And then I've heard this is a terrible series, but I found number 11 in the Aquanaut, Operation Mermaid.
So are you Warren, what style are you into typically? Are you more into like men's adventures, that type of style, crime?
Well, I do a lot of vintage hard-boiled, but I read science fiction, fantasy, a lot of detective fiction, crime fiction, westerns. So, yeah, I do pretty much everything. I mean, one of the other books I got on Friday was, actually, this was like a week ago, but Empire of the Vampire. And I immediately regretted it. Because, I mean, look at the cover there.
How erotic is it on a scale from 1 to 10?
Well, I'm only about 100
gets his
pages
reps
in,
in.
and so far there's only been one rape scene. So it's much better. I expected to just to like look at it and go, oh, I'm going to have to trade this back in for something good. But I'm 100 pages in, and it's actually keeping my attention so far.
Okay.
So it's a little more modern than what I normally read, but I try and branch out now and again.
Okay. Is it a romantasy, would you say?
No. It's I was talking with a friend of mine about it, and she's like, yeah, the way this is marketed, it's like, one of those young adult, romantasy titles. And I can tell you after reading the first 100 pages, it's not. It's there's a lot of it's very very much a dark, bloody, the vampires have taken over, and yeah, there's lots of angst, but not a lot so far, not a lot of romance. So
All right.
So I have read one by that author, Christophson.
Yes, Christoph.
Something like that. And it was definitely not romantasy. I can't even remember if there was any hint of romance. It was very definitely sort of paranormal, fighty stuff. I remember the one I read felt a little bit younger than true adult, but it definitely wasn't romantasy in any sense of the word.
Yeah,
it was a bit bloodier than that.
Yeah, and this is, I think, aimed at an older audience than his previous books.
Excellent.
And it's a very divisive book. If you look at the reviews, people either really like it or they think it's the worst novel ever written. So,
probably the ones who bought it for the cover and then read it are the ones who think it's the worst one they've ever read.
Yeah, that the complaints seem to be that there's a lot of misogyny.
Mm-hmm.
And, just there are things that are probably triggering for some people in it. Because it's sort of like it's Joe Abercrombie meets Anne Rice.
Yeah.
And which is one of the reasons why I thought I wasn't going to like it. But it turns out so far I'm enjoying it so far. So
What a combo.
Yeah, it's I can see why it's divisive.
Hopefully Anne Rice before she decided to read and write Christian fiction.
Yeah. There is a very Catholic Church analog as the church in this. The main character is a member of an order of fighting, paladins that go out and kill vampires. And the church is very Catholic Church sort of analog. But yeah, it's the whole book is essentially a vampire interviewing a vampire killer, and the vampire killer telling the story of his life. So, but definitely not my normal my normal
Not your
reading.
go-to, huh?
No, not my normal go-to. But the reviews I saw online were pretty good. Yeah, everyone was saying it was a great book, and so when I saw it at the store and I had the trade credit, I figure, well, I can always trade it back in.
Heroic Book Adventure says, I know other classic fantasy readers that actually really like Christoph.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys should check out, if you haven't already, check out Heroic Book Adventures. His channel is pretty cool. He's a fantasy-loving hermit in the woods. Ooh, no, he's cool. Hail. Okay, are you? Should I put you back on big screen, Warren?
No, I'll let somebody else take a turn. I talked long enough.
I guess I can go for Pile.
Should we put him on the big screen? I don't know. Okay, fine.
Okay, well, I divided it up so other people can get a turn. So, first up here, we got a nice timescape that I found at a store that sells books that they just had on the shelf for decades, and they bought them brand new here in the city. So here's an unread timescape called Night Child.
Whoa.
Scott Baker.
Ooh.
And good thing these balls are just hanging out in front of the naked people today. So, I would save this one for last because this is the best of the lot. So, Other Edens is a UK anthology that was being published quarterly for like 3 volumes. And I really wanted something by Chris Revens. This cost me $5.
Oh my gosh.
But when I got home the next day, looked inside, it's signed by Jim Burns. He did the cover art.
That's cool.
And then I open it up, and then I see this.
What the?
So, signed by a lot of these authors.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So we got the green one is Michael Moorcock, M. John Harrison. This Squeagle, that's Tanith Lee.
Wow.
Robert Holstock, yeah, and Lisa Tuttle at the top. This was the prize of like everything I've found the last few months. So I have to.
Well, you scored on that one.
Yeah.
So we have a nice panther of Frederick Pohl's The Gold at Starbow's End with a Peter Jones cover. Also $5, and also signed by Frederick Pohl.
Get out of here.
Oh, nice.
I don't want to hear anything about not finding anything up there in Canada.
Well,
Oh,
you know,
cold and
sometimes.
icy.
Well, we have to throw the books on the fire in order to stay warm. It keeps all the dangerous wolves at bay here. We have Fugue for Darkening Island.
Nice.
Now, and this one is controversial nowadays because of the refugee crisis plot that's happening in it. And I believe Priest rewrote most of the book for later publication in like the 90s. But finding the original one, I can't wait to read that one.
I read that one just a couple of months ago, I think. I really enjoyed it. Weird,
Yeah?
good, yeah.
Yeah, not used to Priest. I only read another book that's in the pile here later. But I liked what I read so far. I found Malmsberg's Beyond Apollo with that. Wait. With this.
Oh my God. It's all right.
no.
I already flashed the audience. Don't worry about it.
Well, it's on the back cover too, so you don't get a choice in the matter. But I can't believe how ridiculously priced this is going nowadays. I blame Book Build. Bob Shaw's Other Days, Other Eyes in this pan edition I've never seen before.
Nice.
Moorcock's The Winds of Limbo, and I think it's also called The Fire Clown. And I don't know who did this art, but huge naked angry Buddha riding a horse through the sky. What's not to love?
That checks out.
Speaking of Moorcock, Wizardry and Wild Romance. And this is a nonfiction book he did on the history of fantasy literature. going from like the origins back in the time of yore up to like the late 80s, and how it's changed and what you can learn from reading fantasy fiction. And I found this at a thrift store for $1, and it goes for like $50 online on eBay. So I'm pretty happy
It's a
there.
great cover.
Yeah.
Man shape. I am man shaped, so this book is meant for me. Nice, good old John Brunner.
I
Good
got
old
man shape.
But the spaceship isn't.
Well, this thing certainly got man shaped into shape. And now we're sponsored by Manshape. So get your John Brunners ready and get man shaping. Now, I really like Edmund Cooper. So, and I was looking for All Fool's Day for a while. I mean, what's not to love? Like a badass woman with a rifle on the cover, just hanging out in the 70s. You gotta love it.
Lost a bra somewhere.
I won't get too close, so I won't get flagged more. Oh, the wackiest book of the year. Thanks, Edinburgh Times.
Have you read that one, Deb?
Yeah, I've got actually the exact same copy.
Nice.
It was pretty dark. It was good.
Oh, I love dark. Dark's okay. This awesome copy of Hawksbill Station by Robert Silverberg with just, the bros hanging out, right? Just on this nice hawk base. We've all been there.
What's it with science fiction with just all these naked people? There's so many, more than any other. Is there more naked people on the covers of science fiction than any other industry or any other genre?
Come on, chat.
Porn, just saying.
Oh, other than porn, yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe the Literotica section might have that covered. But they're like pose in ways to be suggestive, not just like, here are my old man balls. Oh, sorry, it keeps going like this. A time for change.
What type of street do you think you're jumping on?
Don't worry, they're giants, so it's okay. So they're towering over this village.
Dude, you guys want to get naked on the hawk tonight?
Welcome to the cancel Jake stream.
It's all right.
Look
We're
up,
gonna have it
way up.
Okay, this is all unintentional, but here's Norman Spinrad's The Man in the Jungle. In this great Sphere edition, and bulky as everything. It's a killer planet, and why not? Just roam around. Be nude, roam around. Who knows? It's Spinrad. And, okay, finally no more naked people. And this was one of my white whales. I'm so sorry.
Whatever. You're all costing me the 13 cents I was going to make off this video, you bastards.
Now this one is a hard one to find. So this one, a Golan Sunday Prize SF award, and it's shared with a Chris Boyce book I can't remember the name of. But this is like Robin Crusoe in space. Apparently it's a lot better than The Martian, but very similar plot. If this wonderful cover by David Bergen. And that's stack one. Oh, well, I'm reading this right now. And they collapse, of course. So got to get my golden age. They're just barreling right into me. I have to fix that. If I get my golden age, classics going. Finally reading some John W. Campbell. That's not Who Goes There, and he is very boring, so I do not recommend him.
Drat.
I don't know. Here's Night Child again. Let's get the.
No,
No, they're not naked on this one. They're covered.
No joke. I was gonna make a video about it, and I ended up scrapping it. But I was gonna make a video of like the reassembled man, like your copy there, Deb, of just how many science fiction book covers feature naked men with inexplicably nothing. And it's not like I want to see everything there, but there's it's just strangely nothing. And so I went through all my stuff to find out how many did that, and it was literally a stack this big of just books of these junkless Ken doll men.
Junk free.
Junk free.
Was To Our Scattered Bodies Go in that start? In that
It might have
pile?
been. It really
Because
might have been.
in my copy of Scattered Bodies, you've got this huge balloon man floating over the river, and he's just sort of tilted slightly so that the junk is going to be on a higher level and not visible to the reader.
This is going downhill now.
But yeah, this video is sponsored by Manshaped. If you're going to be posing nude and junkless on a cover, you might as well be nice and trimmed. Okay, who wants to go next?
Maybe I'll go next. I've got a really short haul compared to everyone else. I kept it short. Okay, so I wanted to read some Edward Rice Burroughs, and I couldn't find my Princess of Mars, so I ordered one. So I've got this cover here.
Okay.
I'm getting slow feedback, so is that clear?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, cool cover. So that came in, started reading it, and I just wanted to tuck it away in my bookshelf for a second, and that's when I found my old copy of Princess of Mars.
Yep.
So yeah, that's how it works. So now
Yeah, I
I've
got that one. It's great.
Yeah, I like both covers. They're both pretty good here. Okay, and then another one I got in was Flame and Crimson by Brian Murphy, and it's a history of sword and sorcery. That's too low, isn't it? Like a little higher.
Were you talking about this on your channel, Eric? Because I've seen this before. Somebody was talking about it.
Yeah, it's all over Facebook. I think I might have mentioned it briefly, and I did a video about sword and sorcery on Amazon, so that might have come very briefly. That's the only ones I've gotten in recently, but I picked out a few other books that I've gotten over the past month or so with some great covers. I'm going to save this one for a little later. So this is Tower at the Edge of Time by Lynn Carter, and I love these old 60s covers. Dudes in space with swords.
The best genre.
Yeah.
I have at least 4 different princesses of Mars. Yeah, I do too, Goblin. I think we all do at this point.
No, I lost mine. It vanished. I have none.
Oh no!
Oh no. I need the rest of the series. I have like 1 or 2 other books, but I've lost them, so it's very sad. And I have In the Green Stars Glow, another Lynn Carter, another Swords in Space one.
Is Lynn Carter any good? I've heard mixed things from Lynn Carter.
Oh, he's okay. He's done some Conan pastiches, and they're they're not the same.
Well,
as,
if somebody
Robert
does
E.
that,
Howard.
people automatically hate you.
Yeah. Except for Wagner. So Robert E. Wagner. And then this one, I love this cover. This is maybe one of my favorites here. Cave Girl.
Oh, I got that one.
Oh,
Look at that cover.
Oh man.
He's just gonna.
I've never seen that.
Close in
cover.
on the It's majestic.
It's majestic. That monkey is just gonna pummel that poor girl.
And I'm going to get one more book to showcase here. This is Matt John, To Walk on Worlds. This is an indie sword and sorcery book. And the cover really caught my attention. Is that fuzzy?
It's a little fuzzy, but we can see what's
fuzzy.
happening.
Yeah. So this artist is what's his name? Mike Hoffman, and I've reached out to him because I think I might want to have him do a cover for me. So
Oh, okay.
it's very old school Frazetta. He paints. It's actually painted on an actual canvas.
Wow.
Who do you typically have do your covers?
Krzysztof Porchowski.
Okay.
He does a great job, but he's very busy, and I don't know if he's going to be able to do it in time. So, but then I came across Mike Hoffman. So yeah, I love that cover, and if you check out his other stuff, it's all in the same vein. He does a great job. So that classic Frazetta feel to it. So And yeah, that's my short book haul for right now.
Okay.
I really loved in the last cover. It's almost like the center of it is nothing and everything's happening around the border. So it really draws you into it. You've
Yeah.
got that guy down here and that this is leaning inwards, and then you've got that thing in the distance. So you've got really interesting dynamic to it.
Yeah, it's a good point. There's sort of nothing in the center of the attention. It's just sort of a
Yeah, so you
mist,
sort
which is mysterious. And
Yeah,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah, I really love that cover.
Yeah, I like that. Do you have your book, Eric? I'm looking for it, and I can't remember where I put the dang thing.
Yeah, I
But your covers are actually pretty cool. Yeah, let me put you on big again.
Thanks. So this is the first book, Citadel of Seven Swords.
Oh wow!
And, yeah, that's Krzysztof Porczewski. I was really happy with that cover.
With you as the model.
Yeah, so some people have said that, and I didn't send him a
I've
picture.
been telling
I just
everybody that.
yeah, a blonde guy. That's basically a blonde barbarian, but I don't think it's not the same muscle structure there. Not the same.
I can feel the testosterone just coming right out of the book.
Yeah, it wraps around, nice wraparound cover, kind of a fuming volcano in a jungle, as they all do.
Yes.
And the second book is Weird of the Skull Totem, featuring a flaming sword and a bum.
And a bum. Yep. That's what this stream's all about.
Yeah. There's a lot of bums, so that's a
10 out of 10. Would buy.
All right.
Hey, the Beast, do you got anything you want to
Yeah, I got something I can talk about.
share with us? Let me pop you on big screen there.
I don't buy a lot of books anymore. I've been buying for almost 60 years.
It's because you have them all.
Well, I don't have a Princess of Mars. I don't think I have any Burroughs. But when you were showing that talking about Princess of Mars, I said, well, I got an Empress of Outer Space.
Oh, Bertram Chandler.
Yeah, Australia.
Oh yeah.
And with the alternate Martians, nice double. So no princess, but I got an Empress.
Well, I like that cover. Yeah.
Chandler is one of my favorite authors. When how did I find this? Whitney at Secret Sauce of Storycraft. I watch a lot of BookTube.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she is. She did a buddy read. They had a buddy read on the Discord for Gateway. So I went to the next town over, has a library book sale once a month. And I says, well, I don't have Gateway. I didn't have any pull. I don't have a lot of classic stuff. Famous highbrow classic stuff I have. And so I says, well, I'll go there and see if they've got Gateway. There were two books I was going to look for. I said, I want to see if they got Gateway and The Crown Jewels. I'll get to why in a minute. And so I went over there and they had both books. I get
nice.
Fairly small science fiction. They had the two books I was looking for. That one and The Crown Jewels, which is by Walter John Williams. That's the one up there. I have a copy of that somewhere. I couldn't find it. I wanted to read it when a couple of booktubers, Bob's Books, and a couple others were talking about Rite of Passage by Pan Shin. And I've got that too somewhere. But the Anthony Villers books were written by Pan Shin. And when everybody was talking about Rite of Passage, I said, I didn't really like that. I said, but I want to. It got me on a thing, so I wanted to read the Villers books. So I read all three of those: the Starwell, the Third Revolution.
Saying that correctly makes it sound like you're saying it incorrectly.
And I read those, and I said, man, it reminds me so much of The Crown Jewels. Drake Magistral is the character in this, which reminds me very much of the Anthony Villers. in the Panshin books. So I went to the bookstore, the library, hoping to find Crown Jewels and Gateway, and so walk in, science fiction, bang, found them both. It was amazing.
Oh, nice. That never happens.
Yeah, there's it. It's often it's a library sale, so you get donations. Recently, they got a ton of hardbacks. They had a whole shelf full of Mercedes Lackey and Anne McCaffrey. So you just have to get lucky when you're looking for something. You're hoping that somebody's donated.
Yeah.
But I go every month looking.
Mm.
But I don't buy many of them. Oh, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, and I warned you, Jake, that I'd show off signed books. I got a
Oh my gosh.
station.
Oh,
Yeah, see him.
nice.
Great.
Oh, this is so bad for all of us. This stream, because we're all gonna go book shopping tomorrow.
I'm gonna look at all the front pages now to find the signed ones.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. There's no way we're getting through all this, but that's okay. Okay. I'll do a couple here, and then we'll kick it off again. Let me see here. These ones are, oh, geez. Such a hot mess. Good. Well, it's fun, but I don't know how much we're actually hauling. Okay, I got the Silver Stallion by, what's the name? James Branch Cabell. And the cover was just so cool to me. Do you guys see all that?
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's lovely.
Oh.
Dragons in the back. I don't know anything about it, but it just, man, this is one of those ones that spoke to me. I bought the Sleep Eaters by John Lymington because I love anything pulpy like this. I get every single time I see it. But I didn't have anything by John Lymington, and then my brother bought me something by John Lymington around the same time. So I was like, oh, no, I got two. Immediately after I did that Costigan's Needle by Jerry Soule, I reviewed that. His first book, The Haploids, I was like, when I was doing the research, I was like, that is the coolest cover. It is so bizarre that I was like, I'm going to be on the lookout for that. And literally the next day I saw it. So I was like, oh, heck yeah. And it was only like $3.
That's awesome.
Nice. Have any of you read anything by Harold Mead? I've never heard of him, but
Not sure.
this is the first thing I've ever seen him, and I want to say I spent like $6, which is more than I like spending. But if it's an author I don't have, I'm like, I kind of justify it. William Tenn, The Square Root of Man. Now I think this is the second or third William Tenn I have, and they all kind of have this same livery by, I think it's Ballantine. Yeah, Ballantine. And so, there's a bunch of them on the back there. Anyway, that's pretty cool, and I've heard he's actually really good.
Yeah, Ten's great.
I do have one by him. I read it a couple of years ago, and I've mostly forgotten it, but I do remember enjoying it quite a bit and looking for more by him. I do. I forget.
I just want it to be realistic.
I think the thumbnail might change for this video.
The thumbnail's going to change, yeah. Okay, this one, I picked up this book, set it down, picked it up, set it down, picked it up, like, seriously, like three or four times. Stranger from the Depths by Jerry Turner. This was $12.
Holy cow.
At Recycled Books, everything is cheap. Everything is dirt cheap there. Like, it's way less. They'll look up the price, and if it's selling for like $15 online, they'll put $5 on it. Like, they purposefully do this they're awesome. This was $12. It's a Scholastic book, but it's old, from like the 70s. Does anybody know anything about this?
No.
I've never even heard of
I
Jerry.
want to know more now.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
So I don't know. And the fact that it was $12, I'm like, maybe something. It was a gamble, but by the third time I picked up, I said, I'm just gonna bloody do it. I'm just gonna buy it. Okay, at a kind of an antique shop, I also got a couple books that are not trade paperback size. This one's just an old children's book, The Boy from the UFO. I thought that was kind of fun. I won't read it, but I'll give it to my kid. And then I got two. Do any of you guys actually collect like the 70s aren't old? Take that back. You're right. I'm sorry.
Okay, remember the
you've seen
70s weren't really there.
Of course, you've at least Vilsteph has at least knows of it.
Can I take us back to George Turner for a second?
Yes.
So I looked up my mobile memory.
Jerry Turner.
Jerry Turner. Okay. Never mind. Keep going. Ignore me.
Memory failed.
Yeah. Perpetually.
Yeah. Okay. Do any of you guys collect those like the digest size, the pulp digests?
Yeah, I've got a couple.
This is the first I've bought. They were only like $3 each, or like $2.50. One was $2.50, one was $3, and it's like this 19. This one's a 57. This one's 67. I'm like, okay, for a couple bucks. Heck yeah.
Not bad.
And then as soon as I saw this, I sent a picture of it to Nick, who's in the chat now. But Murder at the Mic by Charles Saxby.
Oh,
What the heck is this?
great.
I don't know what it is, but you're right. It's great. It's prize mystery novels. I don't know if it's worth anything. It was $1.
Yeah, for $1, definitely.
Yeah.
Usually those prize mysteries run about 10 to 15 in good condition.
Okay.
I have a few prize. I don't have that one, but I do like those sort of weird digest size detective fiction stuff from the 40s and 50s.
Yeah. All right. Next, I got Dancer from Atlantis with another Frazetta butt on it. The reason why I got this is the next book we're doing for the Elusive Exclusive Book Society. So I don't remember the date. I posted about it. I don't remember when it is. Somebody in the chat knows when it is. But that's sometime in May. And I'll take a break. Somebody else can go. And yeah, because the next one's a bunch.
Well, since we were talking about Princess of Mars, I have the
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Michael Whelan
there we go.
box set. That I just happened to have on the shelf here. And
Nice.
speaking of naked people on covers, here's so the science fiction has the male nudity. Nobody can beat the detective and espionage for naked ladies. So this is another one I picked up. And
I've
then
seen that book
also,
so many times at my bookshop.
well, it's E. Howard Hunt writing as David St. John. So
I think I
Nick
actually
over
have
at Book Graveyard had was talking about these, and so I decided I needed to pick up some David St. John, E. Howard Hunt books and give them a read.
Now that's a nice find.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So and you were mentioning Needle, I think, Costigan's Needle.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked this up, Best of Hal Clement, that has his story Needle, which I always get confused with Costigan's Needle.
Yeah.
And
I heard they're both good. At least Costigan's Needle is good, but I've heard Hal Clement's is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, when you did Costigan's Needle, I'm like, this doesn't sound at all like the book I've heard about. It's completely different. And then this also has Close to Critical and Ice World. So
Okay.
So I do read some classic science fiction too. So.
All right. Storm reads. Y'all make me want to buy a genre I don't read just because the covers are so cool. I know, right? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I have to stay in my lane when I go into bookstores, or else I'm like, yeah, I get in trouble.
Well, sometimes it works. I picked up that men's adventure novel just based on the cover, and it turned out to be, a really good book. I enjoyed it.
Oh, here we go. Here's the next Eebs. Thank you, Nick. The 19th, Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we're on a Monday this time. 7 p.m. Eastern, May 19th. Okay. Probably should have wrote it down, but... All right.
The way that Brett and I keep turning around to look at our bookshelves to see, hey, I've got that, haven't I?
Did you? I still haven't done it yet. I'm going to make a supercut. Chris over at Liminal Spaces and Virgil from Literally Books. They just did they started a weekly or a bi-weekly live stream of just hanging out and talking to different content creators. And they just did their first one called Literally Liminal or Literally Books, something like Liminally Books, something. Anyway, it was great. The whole video, every 5 minutes, one of them is getting up to go find a book. And so they're literally just popping up constantly. And I'm going to make a super cut of it of just them jumping around, men with beards jumping around grabbing books.
Well, I had to.
Oh my gosh.
What's science fiction covers with naked women? You got to read Joe Clayton.
Yeah. Oh, let me bring you up here. Yep. I've got that one. And I've got that one.
This is a great series. I love the series.
I mean, you can see why the DAW editions of things really sold.
Oh, yeah. I read mine for the longest time because of the covers, and then read the first one. Used bookstore. You buck. I'll read this first one. Science fiction, space opera. It's what I like. And I started reading. I said, this is great. And then I've got almost everything Joe Clayton's ever written. I thought, okay. I even like her. I don't read much fantasy. I even like her fantasy. So,
okay.
Well, I would not be able to turn to my bookshelf and pick off the naked ladies. I'm just going to say that.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
You have your own. I've seen you. I watched your library tour, Deb. You have a whole room just designated for those covers. So,
got to do what makes you happy in life.
That's right. All right. Anybody want to go next?
Yeah, I guess I could.
All right.
I can't guarantee anything anymore, but let's hope for the best. Don't worry. She has her clothes on this time. This is Michael G. This is Michael G. Coney's Palahaxie Tide, otherwise known as Rax in the United States, and Hello Summer Goodbye in the UK. And this is the Canadian edition, illustrated by Jim Zinger. And now, the best cover ever. Just drink it all in because it's a blockbuster. Woman World. I mean, what's not to love? They spelt something wrong there as well. You gotta love the quality that Belmont can bring to things.
Dude, has anybody ever actually read a Belmont book that didn't fall apart in your hands?
No. Like this one is barely holding on. Aldous Budrus, Some Will Not Die. And this cover goes hard. I don't know much about Aldous Budrus, but if the nation he saved destroyed him, but his legend haunted its future, I think that's right up a lot of people's alleys.
I just have science fiction from Budrus. I didn't know he did anything else.
This might be like action science fiction. Oh. Here's one set in Toronto. Barking Dogs. Crime is crippling Toronto. One cop has the technology to cure it. You lie, you die. By Terrence M. Green. Oh, as soon as I saw this, I was just like, done. I don't need to know anything else. RoboCop Toronto, love it.
RoboCop Toronto.
Robo dog.
I found. Oh yeah, there is like a robot dog in the book too. I found a second copy of Bibblings. What is a bibbling, you may ask? I don't know, but I assume it's a word you guys use of anything. What the so lovely bibbling you're wearing today? She swam bibbingly across the lagoon. Can't finish your dessert until you have your bibbling. But,
I'm definitely right. I'm on the lookout for bibblings because I want that.
I really want to know what a bibbling is now.
That sounds right up my alley.
Now, just
Spit
like
English.
Jake, I like to collect book club editions. So here's a 50s copy of The Syndic by C.M. Cornbluth. With this cover is just amazing. This could sell in a bookstore today. I just love it. Got to get my flash dance on with Mercedes Knights. The best part of this is, let's see, where's the David Byrne type guy? There he is. Look at those shoulder pads.
Are you out of here, Deb?
That looks like a
alarm's
Chapin
gone.
cover.
I better go to work.
Have a good one.
Thank you for
Hey,
joining
take care.
us.
Good seeing you.
Pleasure. Go, everybody, go follow.
I look forward to seeing the rest of it.
Everybody, go follow the Omnivorous Reader. Her channel's awesome, and she reads.
Yeah, she's
everything.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, you're the best, Deb. We love you.
Hey,
How
take
do
care.
I make it stop?
Just start pushing buttons. There should be a leave studio.
Oh, God. Hi.
Oh,
And the
I'm,
last,
I'm going to have to head out as well, I think, because time to hose down the kids and get them
Oh,
to bed.
yeah.
You know how it is.
those kids need a hosing.
Yeah. Well, they do today. Oh, God. All right. So thanks, everyone. And yeah.
all right, you rock,
Catch you
Eric.
later, man. All right. Take care.
Take care.
Going to shut this down.
All right,
And
hey
The last one
everybody.
in that pile. The Harlan's World by Harlan Ellison.
And anybody else in the chat, if you're anybody else wants to jump on, we just have two open slots. So if anybody else wants to jump onto this madness, hop on. Just email me pultmortem at gmail.com and I'll send you a link if you want to jump on. We got 2 open spots. So
Bring your best butt artwork.
bring your best. Don't say that. They actually will.
Okay, don't bring your best butt artwork. No butts.
Oh, if it were a series, would it be a bibliography?
I'll just leave it right here.
I have to find who wrote that. Barbara Paul. What is
Barbara
this?
Paul.
Yeah, I'm writing that down.
Oh, the new way of life is Bibblings. Space, the new scent by Bibblings.
Hello, Tethered Spine Reads. If you're just now showing up, I'm afraid you've missed a majority of the nudity. Not all the nudity, just a big chunk of it. All right. Any other gentlemen have anything else to haul? If not, I'll jump in again and.
Well, I can open up my thrift books package that I got yesterday.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get you full screen. Get some
Live unboxing.
Yeah,
Yes,
unboxing.
a live
and-
unboxing. And I guess I'll just cut it here. So these are for a project I'm hoping to get to. They are 2 George Gilman Edge westerns. So this is Black Vengeance and Death's Bounty.
That Death's Bounty goes hard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Because yeah. Yeah, the garroting. There we go.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And those are in good condition for thrift books.
Yeah, you know, you never know with thrift books.
I hate
you're
how they
gonna
put
get.
the tag, that sticker on the spine. You guys know what I'm talking about? Because it's like you got a 50-50 chance of getting that sticker off with leaving the spine intact.
Yeah, well, especially on these older ones. I mean, this is definitely going to have some tape, some cover lift. If you use naphtha, it dissolves the glue enough to get it off. Yeah, lighter fluid. And you'll think that you're ruining the book, but the naphtha will evaporate, and you'll never know that it was there.
As long as you're not smoking next to the book, it should be fine.
Yes. Don't smoke next to the book. Yes.
Well, they're already flammable.
Or you will set it on fire.
Wow.
And that stuff lasts forever. I mean, I've been using the same bottle of lighter fluid for years, and just a little bit. It lifts like 99% of all the stickers out there.
All right, use butane. Are you guys serious? I'm just now finding out about this. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's better than anything else I found. Once you're done, it completely evaporates, and you can't tell the difference.
It doesn't discolor or anything like that?
Nope. I have had there's like,
yeah, right.
The only thing I can't get it to take off with is like packing tape. I've had a problem.
Yeah.
With. Somebody's reinforced it with packing tape, the spine. Yeah, that stuff will never come off. But I'm wondering if I should have. Anyway, I'll see if I have my lighter fluid around here somewhere, and I'll show you taking off.
Hey,
but
Virgil from Literally Books is here.
Hey, hello everyone.
I love your videos, man.
Yeah. So,
thank you.
And one of the nice things about Las Vegas books is they use stickers on their books, but they put it on the bags if they're collectible.
Have to.
And their stickers just peel right off. Real easy.
Give me just a second.
So another reason I like Las Vegas books is, they actually they deliberately use labels that are not going to damage the books.
It's like they care about the books.
Yeah,
crazy,
amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, right? I like stores that put them inside and on little cards that you can just peel off easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thrift recycle books where I go, they will just pencil on the first page, except dollar rack books, which I always buy the dollar rack, but they have those little teeny cheapy stickers that all of them just pop right off with this, just and don't leave any residue or anything. Jake told me, hey, we don't talk about that video.
There we go.
Yes, heroic book adventures. You're right. Booksellers that put stickers on covers do not go to heaven.
Yeah.
I agree.
They're worse than the devil.
Or those little grease markers that they used to use. I mean, naphtha also sometimes works on that, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well, Virgil, what do you got for us?
Oh, sure. Let's see. We went to a little used bookstore. It's been around for years. I haven't been to in a long time, and just kind of poked around. I was like, well, I was thinking if I come in, maybe I'd have something, but then I did find a couple things. The one I thought was pretty neat is this Michael D. Larabetti, Borbles Go for Broke, which is which I've heard of before. It's like a fantasy story about these. Essentially, it's about like little kids, or like not little kids, just kids. They get kind of like they're like orphans and they're running the streets. And if they run the streets, their ears get pointy, and then they don't get older. They just like cause trouble. Apparently, it's a pretty popular series. I remember coming across it some other time, and I saw this like, ooh, okay. My wife loves Peter Pan stuff, so she was like, "Okay, I might read this." I'm like, "Okay." So I thought that was pretty. It was a pretty good pick. I was like, "Okay, yeah, that'll work." So that was I guess I'm supposed to have one. And then I did find an older John Wyndham short story collection, "The Infinite Moment," which was kind of cool. I mean, the prices weren't bad, but it has a couple of
Wyndham
short stories. I'm sorry, go ahead.
For John Wyndham, they weren't bad.
Yeah, really, right. Consider her ways odd. How do I do? Stitch in Time, Random Quest, and Timeout. I've not read any of his short work, so it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
he's good in short form.
Is he? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely loved Day of the Triffids a long time ago. Read that and I was like, oh, that was so good. And then a couple years ago read Midwich Cuckoos and was like, wow, I can't believe this book is from when it is from. It just seems so forward thinking. So, and also just real like informed or like compassionate or something. Just for that time period, it just seemed like really like I don't know, just real sensitive, I guess you could say, if that's a good way. You know, with obviously sensitive issues, he had a real progressive mindset.
Yeah,
there's a couple of them. You want me to show? I mean, I have a couple others. Chris sent me a bunch of stuff.
Chris is sending me stuff too.
He's like, here's
Madman.
Sometimes it's like little revenge thing. I think he was trying to get revenge on me for us reading that Thomas Burnett Swan book. So he sent me this book. Here, it's right over here, called A Personal Touch. Right.
Oh my.
Yeah. It's probably about as good as the cover suggests that it is. Yeah, he has a note in the back. It says, "Just returning the favor for the gods abide." Is however you could read that. That was his note. Whenever I get notes, I always keep them. So
cheeky.
The book. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny. I'm like, oh, I'm keeping this. This is awesome.
Yeah. Nice. The Bookworm's Keep is back.
Hey.
Oh.
How's it going?
Fine.
Very cool. Well, did you got any books to show off, Bookworm, before I try to dive into this mess?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Cool.
I have from my TBR list, of course. It's not an actual book haul, sadly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you broke the rules already.
Dang it. The stream is ruined.
At least they've been on the shelf for 2 years, maybe longer. Still working on it, but
they've been waiting to be book hauled.
But this is one of my favorites. This little guy right here reminds me of Pedro Pascal.
I love that cover.
He's in everything, even the old books.
I think I found this one a year ago.
Okay.
But
one of my favorite Heinleins.
Robert Heinlein. I have several of his works. Never read any of them.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I heard about this one and wanted to read it.
That's cool.
Oh, Colin Cap. Yeah. No, I've read a few things by him.
I heard it's good, and I saw someone do like a review on it, and I was like, I need to get a hold of this. And I found it at Half Price Books for $2.
If you're an engineer, you'd love Colin Cap. If you want to know everything about engineering, read Colin Cap. He goes into way too much detail.
Now, there's one set that I kind of sort of might regret spending almost like $90 to get the entire set. But it's the hardcovers of the Golden Years.
Oh.
And I found the entire volume 2 to 6 in pristine condition. So I wasn't going to leave them there. Yeah. The only problem with this one is the library edition.
Lighter fluid will get that off.
But
that's what we're hearing.
It does come with a little lettering.
When was the last taken out?
2005. That was the only time it was ever taken out.
Yeah, library editions, they're kind of hit and miss. Like some of them, they put way too many stickers on, and
there was a ton of stickers on this one, and my husband's like, "Let me get some WD-40 and I'll get that off for you."
WD-40 works.
But I would like to find, volume 1 again and not a library edition. Because the other ones, they're not a library edition. And I think my most favorite, and I've actually been looking for this book for years, and I came across a Omnius edition.
Oh, all of them.
Oh,
and that's a better cover than yours, Keith.
No, I'll fight anyone any day. Blockbusters is a great pun.
And I saw it and I was like, yeah, I'm not leaving without this.
Mhm.
And I only gave $1 for this at Book Nook.
Nice.
Oh.
I mean, one book that I was really excited about getting in the mail to go with that little book haul I was going to do a little while ago on Instagram. USPS basically lost a $75 book in the mail, so I'm trying not to be so upset about it, but at the same time, it's like it was my childhood book in a way. And my husband's trying his hardest to find it, and I don't know if it will be found. I think he'll find itself at some point.
Yeah. Will you be able to get like your money back or anything like that, or is it just you're just out of luck?
The person I bought it from, he essentially basically is telling me, "Oh, it's still in the mail. You just gotta watch out for it." He's not gonna want to do a refund because it's not technically lost. But I've been waiting 3 weeks, and I'm a bookseller. If someone's book gets lost within 3 weeks of them waiting, I'm refunding them. I'm not just gonna, I'm not going to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna refund you. You're just gonna have to wait until it shows up." That's just really rude.
Yeah. So you're one of the good ones.
Yeah, I try to be like when it comes to selling books and whatnot. I try to incorporate. When I was younger, I used to do a lot of yard selling with my parents, so I try to incorporate how they did their business into how I do mine. Though just with less of my dad's attitude.
Speaking of attitude, look who showed up. Oh man. Oh. I'm gonna get a drum just for you, Levi. All righty. So I barely even touched the surface of what I'm doing, you guys.
Let's go.
The main haul is basically I always go to recycled books, but there's this other it's kind of my little secret thrift store, and it's a thrift shop that doesn't sell their stuff on thrift books, and they have a huge book selection that's always moving. I made the mistake of telling Joseph over at Joseph Reads Books, because we live like half hour apart from each other, and so now he's going there too, and but on this road they've been having road work, like construction, redoing the road for literally months and months, and it got to so you can't even get to the thrift shop. So it got to the point where I'm kind of scared they're going under. So I was like, I'll go and see if they have anything new. And I bought a lot. I bought a lot because I was worried about them going under. So I was like, well, maybe if it's kind of altruistic, maybe it's I justified my reckless spending in my mind, because all their books are $1, all the, the hardcovers. And I sent a bunch to Tim and Nick too, because I didn't want any crime or too much. If it's too fantasy, I don't want it. If there's I'll take it if there's a dragon or two or a sword. But if there's if we're talking fairies and gnomes and goblins, I'm like, maybe this will go to Tim. And so I got 3 ace doubles. Yeah, right. If I had to, right? I got 3 ace doubles, and do you guys like the doubles? People are kind of split on these things. Do you guys like these?
Love them.
Yeah, I like them.
I think they're okay.
I like them, but I never get around to reading them. And
I've never read one.
I never know where to file them if they're by 2 different authors.
Yeah. These 2 by Damon Knight. Earthian Terror.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. And I was more excited about this one because it's Walt and Leah Richman, which I think I only have 1 book by them. Hideous clip art cover. But I don't have anything by Frederick L. Shaw.
He's got
Envoy to the Dog Store. I looked this one up. It's a space dog. It's literally a space dog. That's an envoy to this star. because humans don't want to send a human, so they send dogs.
Well, we know what happened last time when they did that.
Yeah. I got 3 books here that aren't. Do they really fall apart? Oh. Maybe that's why they're all in good shape, because anybody who's ever read one, they've died. 3 books here that are not science fiction. The Great Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. But this is there's so much stuff like in this artwork. It's gorgeous. And I forget which, I think this is it's an enriched edition pocketbook. So it's like heavily textured. I don't know if you guys can tell. I like Conan Doyle. Conan Doyle. I got Thunderball by Ian Fleming. This one's dirty. I have to clean up, but I buy the James Bond books whenever I see them. Some of them are kind of spendy. And have you guys ever read those assignment series by Edward S. Aarons?
Yeah.
I haven't. I've heard they're tons of fun. Every time Nick and I will do a trade, he'll send me 1 or 2 or 3. So I have a bunch of those assignment. And so I bought one because I was like, this looks almost science fiction. Assignment Moon Girl. Now I promise you it's not science fiction, but it's maybe science fiction-esque. I don't know. Those rack-sized books weren't the best quality paper and glue. Yeah, the short ones aren't. I still like them though. The little teeny racks, rack sizes. Okay. Micronauts by Gordon Williams.
Ooh.
Bunch of little people that got shrunk. This stack here are authors that I don't have anything by, and so I'll usually pick those up whenever I see anything that I don't have. Cybernia by Lou Cameron. And yeah, let me know if you guys have read anything by any of these people, or read these particular books.
That looks great, though.
Yeah.
I read Damon Knight. I think I read 2 of his books.
Yeah.
And no lie, there's one that I have it in the room, but on the front cover, there's a little guy inside of what looks like it's supposed to represent glass, but it looks like a condom.
It goes with the theme of the evening. The Space Olympics. Look at this. By A.M. Leitner. That's a old Powers cover. And I read the back. It's literally Space Olympics, and there's some mystery. So that's going on the TBR for sure. Bernhard Herwood, The Invisibles, or The Mind Master. And yeah, we got more nudity there. There's a naked person there. So on theme with the evening. Sad.
We used to be a proper country.
What if my mom watched? This was the one episode she decides to watch. The Fortec Conspiracy by Richard Garvin and Edmund G. Is that say Adio? And yeah, they're naked people, but look, they're kind of turning skeletal faces. Like their faces are turning into skeletons. I don't know.
Also in glass condoms.
Also in glass condoms, which are the best type. Yeah, no, you didn't. At no point did you think that. Maybe episode 1. Here, more nudity. Soak it in. Ernst Dreyfuss, The Unfrozen. Oh.
This is Pulp Mortem After Dark.
Okay. This one's also going on the TBR just because it's kind of on brand for my stupid channel. The Perfect Planet by Evelyn E. Smith, not to be confused with E. Doc Smith. This is, I read the back synopsis on this one. Essentially, it's a planet of people that are extremely fit. Everybody's super fit, perfect body, health nuts. And then 2 fat astronauts land there. And hijinks ensue. And like it's against the law to like eat a donut and like say things like that.
What?
And so soon they're in like this underground, running in the underground of this. Yeah. Anyway, it looks absolutely stupid. So I'm excited about it.
One of them is played by Lou Costello.
Yeah. Right. The Martian Sphinx by Keith Woodcott.
Hmm.
I love that cover, actually. But yeah, don't know anything about it. Perfect. I don't know what's perfect. I didn't see when you put that up, Evergreen. Probably just the way we're doing this, the way we're running this. This whole stream's been perfect. We Who Survived by Sterling Knoll. I don't know if this is, I guess it's technically science fiction, but it's really cool.
Noel did a lot of crime fiction.
Did he? The snow began on a Saturday.
Yeah. I could put it in my library.
Okay. I have Fortec, barely remember it. Yeah. Oh, okay. The Janus Syndrome.
Oh, now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
That looks fantastic.
Why are
Right?
the swimming briefs like double
I don't know.
tied?
I don't know. Just in
Because
case
they're in the
these are his
future.
combat swimming briefs, so they don't fall off. But he's also got swimming briefs and a fishbowl helmet. Come
Sold.
on.
In
I
space,
would've
no
paid-
one can hear you swim.
I would have paid whatever they asked for this one.
What does the helmet connect to? He's not wearing a wetsuit.
Nothing. It connects to nothing. Oh, yeah, fat astronauts. Yep.
ass.
Yeah. Have you, Steph? Have you been hanging out with Levi? All right, The Bridge by D. Keith Mano. Now, this is the one I'm legitimately curious about because it looks super super cool. There's not a whole lot about it on the back, and it's just this bridge that's like overrun or post-apocalyptic. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of read like 20 pages of it, and
Really?
for me, it was a little flat, just a little flat in the start. It's got some red flags.
Oh, good.
You were out until there was red flags. Wait a minute.
The red flags, huh?
Green red flags.
Content.
I can't remember. There was one with something about snakes or something, and it was like the end of the world, and there was like major red flags with priests and children.
Oh,
And I like the way that they would talk. These priests would talk about these children. I was like, I closed that and gave it to the bookstore. I like, you can have it. And no lie, 3 years later, it's still on the shelf at that bookstore.
nobody picked it up. It was probably me who bought it. And I got 3 Edgar Rice Burroughs just because they're fun. I get them whenever I see them, especially I do like the little Stumpy Ace ones. So we got just because of the what I can't remember this artist. Maybe any of you guys know? Don't all talk at once. Oh, this one's Frazetta. Not this one. I like obviously Frazetta. These ones. This artist. Focus.
Yeah,
There we
that's,
go.
Oh, interesting. I like that.
I'll look it
I
up.
always
Good
forget
heavens.
his name, but
So do I. Krinkle. Roy Krinkle.
yeah, Roy Krinkle.
Yep. But this one's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What in the what is going on?
Okay.
I look over here like I got blood all over me. Like what the heck?
I mean, I know Mars is wild and untamed, but oh, come on, that's a
There's
little
a cat
spicy.
scratch.
You got cat scratched?
Yeah, I looked at my arms like, wait, there's
Oh my
blood.
gosh.
Oh, where's this coming from?
This buddy hall has had it all. Blood, copious amounts of nudity.
The Hindenburg's going to crash outside your window now.
Okay. I'll take a break for a minute. Anybody else got anything you want to share or show off? Because
Well,
I mean,
I
look at
found
this.
my
This is what I still have to do.
my lighter fluid, and
On my life.
yeah. So I'll take these. Take the sticker off here on camera.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
and
So,
educational.
So I've got it's an educational show. So they've got some sort of a like price tag on this. So we just dump it right on,
Direct.
let it soak for a minute. And I'll let that soak for a little bit more. But on these,
See, just
This will
watching
just-
you do that, I'm tensing up watching you do that.
yeah, and then just a little bit more here,
First, you're gonna need to open.
and they just lift right off. Nice and
What?
nice and clean. No lift. And you'll see that this has, it does stain a little bit, but that will dry and go away.
What is this deviltry?
Yeah. And this one seems to be one of the few that it doesn't want to lift. This other one here, but nope. Yeah, it just needs a little bit more. Sometimes you need to have it soak in a bit. So while that's
Weird.
soaking, I'll just lift this other one. So let's see if I can get this to where you can actually see it better. So I'm going to just...
Oh, I don't lose connection. You can always reconnect though.
Don't want to drip this onto my computer here, but this will just get underneath it, and it just lifts right off. And once you have enough of it underneath, you just pour it on, and it comes off. A little bit more, and it just lifts right off, perfectly clean.
Are you a wizard? Don't lie.
I
You
have
have to
cleaned
tell us.
so many
Legally-
books with naphtha. It dissolves the glue, and then you can just wipe off the glue, and then it's perfectly fine.
Oh, I guess it's just.
That's amazing.
Good heavens.
And this, I know, it just lifted right off once I got enough of it melted.
Yeah, I've
So-
never heard of that before.
Also removes fingerprints.
Can I use it to light up a stogie though?
Virgil removes finger. Hold on a sec. I don't like how you know that. I don't like how you knew that it removes fingerprints,
So-
and I don't like the way you said it.
And I mean, this is a thrift book, so it's, but as you can see, that's already starting to fade.
So cool.
So yeah, it just dissolves the glue on the sticker.
It was crazy to see you just pour it directly on, but it's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are getting a little bit of a discoloration there, but that will evaporate in a few minutes and be perfectly
Wow.
normal.
You've blown my mind.
So
Are you
it works great on all of those stickers that like Barnes and Noble and Border stickers, and most of the different stickers that the ones that have that really nasty glue that you just can't get off.
Mm.
I mean, sometimes you have to apply plenty of it to dissolve the glue, but it works really well.
I don't know. I think I prefer Jake's method. It's more of a workout.
It is a workout, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it just lifts it up.
That is, you've blown my mind, man. Like, I gotta try that.
I'm impressed.
Because
I've
I've
always used a hair dryer, like on low heat, of course. I
Yeah.
won't leave it under that long. I'll just move it up and down, of course. And sometimes, if it doesn't want to come off, I just leave it. I'm not taking the whole cover with it.
yeah.
If you show people that back in like the Middle Ages, it probably just burn you at the stake as some kind of witch.
Yeah.
Well, and I know some like professional bookstores use that technique. I don't even remember. I've been doing this for years, and I don't even remember where I came up with it or where I heard about it. But and it's just I've had this same bottle I've been using for at least 10 years, and I've done hundreds and hundreds of books with this.
That
So,
blows my mind because I use Goofa or Goo Gone,
Yeah.
and it leaves this. It makes the book smell like Goo Gone, and it's really greasy.
Mm-hmm.
And so it drives me crazy, like holding the book afterwards, because it and you have to put quite a bit on. And I am worried about staining, so I won't put it on like really porous covers.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mind is blown.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm still seeing a little bit of staining here, but because I had used quite a bit, but it will fade out. And don't do it in an enclosed space. It is like
environment.
But it's just regular lighter fluid, and it's so volatile that it evaporates.
Wow.
It's not just boobs. We got science here too. This is a great stream.
We got it all. All right, Levi. There are 3 men in a boat with 4 cigarettes, but no way to light them. How do they manage to smoke? I don't know, Levi. How do they manage to smoke? I'm nervous. Well, Levi started his own channel recently. Have you guys checked that out yet?
No, I haven't.
Levi. The outlaw Levi Wallace. They throw one cigarette overboard and make a
cigarette lighter.
Oh.
And just like that, Levi, you brought the whole quality of the stream down again.
Oh, that was. Thanks, Dad.
Get some water.
Now I'm bleeding from somewhere. Everybody stop encouraging him. Oh, good heavens.
Oh my God.
Well, how about the rest of you? Do you guys have anything else to show?
Maybe.
I got another stack here.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's just get right into it. Continuum, volumes 1 through 4. This is a very unique series where it's 8 novels spread over 4 books. So Anne McCaffrey, Edgar Pangborn, Paul Anderson, Philip Jose Farmer, and I think Dean Koontz does one that becomes a round robin. But these covers are just brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
And this one combines, I believe.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, those
are cool.
And these
Are those pan editions?
These are Wyndham's from Star.
Star. Okay.
Yeah.
British publisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they do good stuff.
Yeah. The cover design
I had a
looks
star fall
familiar.
apart on me.
So I read The Furies by Keith Roberts last year, and I found his short story collection, Passing of the Dragons. Which has this wonderful story, Baltar's Canaries, that is about hunting poltergeists in a haunted castle. It was just a lot of fun.
I loved Keith Roberts.
Yeah, so good. John Sladek, The Steam-Driven Boy, and Other Strangers. And it's a nice Patchwork edition. I think this might be a Chris Foss cover, but I haven't seen any info yet. But that's that kind of misty, dreamy quality to the spaceships that I like. Why have one Michael G. Coney mirror image when you can have 2 Michael G. Coney mirror images? Which do you prefer? In the chat there, do you like the DAW or do you like the sphere?
The DAW. Honestly.
I know. I kind of like the sphere.
The sphere is nice and floppy. I'll give it that.
I like that sphere cover.
I'd keep them both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm a
There's something
psychopath.
about British books that they just feel good in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of they
bend
floppier.
nicely.
Yeah.
Since he died last week, apparently, R.I.P. to Damian Broderick, with striped holes. Not what you're thinking. This is about saving the universe in a Sopwith camel with a TV presenter who goes back in time, something around those lines. But there he is floating along. Let's keep a date in the future to make sure the Earth has a past. And he's was from Australia. Nice book club edition of Cemetery World. Nice Vincent the Fate cover as well. My friend works at a antique store, and she picked this up for me. But now I owe her like a gigantic favor, apparently. So I don't know how I feel about that. And John Borman's novelization of Zardoz. Have you ever seen that Sean Connery film from the 70s?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he wrote this alongside making the film, and I'm really
Speaking of naked,
Yes.
of naked people,
I'm not going to do the quote. The gun is good. The is evil.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got one more stack. Back and wait.
Fine.
Special delivery.
All right.
And on my venture of leaving, I decided to grab Condom Man.
Hey, Condom Man. He came from the condom planet to save you from children.
Yep, that's definitely what it is.
From children.
Oh.
And strangely enough, it's actually a really good book. It oddly also has like heavy hints of Star Wars in it.
Pretty cool.
Well, all right.
All right, I have one.
Oh, good.
You get a second. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you got that one too. All right, let me get you on there, Virgil.
Very cool. All right, so I've finished reading A Voyage to Arcturus, and somebody said, "Oh, do you know that someone wrote a sequel?" And I looked it up and ended up picking up, and I didn't really read the eBay description quite carefully enough. So I got the book, and the book is in good condition. It's written by Harold Bloom, The Flight to Lucifer, and it showed the dust cover. I just didn't realize that the dust cover was for some reason cut into pieces.
What?
And it's so
Heck.
I'm like, I'm not really sure, because in the picture it was just laid out. I'm like, okay, cool, it's all there. Looks great.
It's a DIY cover. Like,
It's just like, why is it cut up like this? I don't know. I was like, it must have been in cellophane or something. Of course, I didn't get that cellophane. Anyways, it's sort of like the Harold Bloom, who's I think a critic. I guess I don't know much about Harold Bloom, but he wrote a sequel to David Lindsay's the Voyage to Arcturus, and yeah, I know it was weird. So, the flight to Lucifer, a Gnostic fantasy, and most of the reviews in here are thinking that it's like a regular fantasy book, and they're like, this book is so weird, it doesn't make any sense. So like everybody's like, thumb down, and like didn't get that he was doing a sequel to that book at all, which I think is interesting.
Oh, geez. Oh, that's to keep the dust jacket inside one of those pocketed sleeves. I only ever seen it once or twice in the wild.
Oh, okay. It explains. That's what I figured, because it's obvious. I was like, this is the dust jacket. It's not like something somebody printed out, but it was just strange.
Jeez.
it's that postmodernist deconstructionalism, I tell you.
I should have the book page, and no lie, like it's like little folded right there, and I try to fix it. I was being gentle, and it just started ripping.
Oh, you don't want that.
I just like stopped, like, oh my god.
Well,
That book's not cheap.
well, I'll show this. I got a stack of DAWs, DAW yellow spines.
That's all.
That's
just a lot of yellow.
And then I still have 3 giant stacks. And I'll stop after that, but and probably do another stupid book haul.
I like how you're just bench pressing those DAWs, showing up.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Let me figure this out.
There we go.
Okay, first I got 3 Van Votes.
Ooh.
Man with 1,000 Names. I had this one already, but this cover's better, so I'm trading out for this one.
Nice.
Pendulum, which what's better than 1 Tarzan-esque man? 3 Tarzans. That's pretty cool. And cool. Lost 50 Suns. We got a naked blue Buddha guy in a chair.
At least he's saving us from his view.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for
thank you
for not skipping calf day there, little naked buddy. I got one of those Cap Kennedys. I have a few of these. I always get them in lots, and I don't remember buying them, but because they're like 14 pages. But I felt so sorry for this poor little thrift shop. So, Trizan. Fred Saberhagen, Changing Earth or Changeling Earth.
Ooh,
That cover is
interesting.
pretty. It's something, all right.
I like Saberhagen, but it's not everything he wrote. I like him.
I'm very curious about him. I haven't read any yet.
Yeah, same.
Very much more on the fantasy side. Much more on that. Although I know Berserk is super popular. I've not read it.
I read some of the Berserkers. They're not bad.
Okay.
Michael Shea, A Quest for Symbolis. This guy's in rough shape, but dude.
Oh, I actually like that.
That was
cool.
the unofficial sequel to the Eyes of the Overworld.
Bring on Quest for some.
He wrote Jack Vance and got permission to write that book using Jack Vance's character.
Oh yeah. I've heard about that. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Dre Prescott. Same thing. I don't collect these, but they've apparently I've bought a few of them, and now I have another one because I'm just doing my part. Dang it. Edward Llewellyn, Salvage and Destroy.
Oh, I like that cover.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's great.
Yeah, really sharp. Earth was a puzzle that must be solved. And look at this guy's clearly thinking. He's trying to solve the puzzle. Gerard Klein, Star Master's Gambit. Have you guys read Gerard Klein?
Oh, that's a French guy, right?
Yes. It says here on the back he's the, what do they call? Oh, Klein has been called the Ray Bradbury of France. That makes me nervous.
I read the Day Before Tomorrow a long time ago, and I thought it was okay. So it might just be a translation sometimes.
Yeah. Saber, I've only read as Dracula.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. This one, Sax Romer, The Wrath of Fu Manchu.
This stream has everything.
I'm sure this will be politically correct. This one I looked up. This was actually the Ray Bradbury of Eastern Quebec. This was actually compiled posthumously, so it's like a fix-up of a lot of the Fu Manchus that didn't get printed. So yeah, I probably won't review that one for reasons.
It's like the Fu Manchu mustache just goes rampant, like it's like a disease. It just spreads to everyone.
Just make like a physical book spinner and have that book on there until you land on it.
No. Oh, the Llewellyn book was good. He died after writing 4 books. Okay.
Oh,
that's a bummer. Yeah, I'm excited to read them, unless Liminal Spaces takes all my Daw books. Matilda's Stepchildren by Bertram Chandler. This is the Rick Grimes series. I have quite a few of his. And yeah, he's a decent writer, I think. We were talking about him earlier, weren't we? He's an Australian guy.
Stuff. I've got a copy of that.
Oh, nice. Okie dokie. Neil Barrett Jr., Aldair, and Albion. And these last couple have been like literally brand new.
Wow.
I mean, not completely unread. We got some Lizard Slave Master there. Just so we round out every possible topic we can in this stream.
YouTube's just going to have a field day reviewing this one.
They're not going to know what to do. They're like, oh, just let's leave it alone. Pierre Barbet, The Napoleons of Eridanus. Anyway, robot soldiers.
I actually like that cover. That's really...
It's interesting, that's for sure. Attention, war gamers and Dorsai fans. Now I don't want to read it. Lloyd Biggle Jr., The Metallic Muse.
Oh.
Now I love that cover.
This is got a Ken crotch going on.
What? It's a robot.
I said at least he has a Ken crotch going on.
You're ruining the moment, Keith.
Oh.
Yeah, but it says here Lloyd Biggle is not only a writer but also a musician. Okay. It's a bunch of short stories. And Cecil Snyder III, The Hawks of Arcturus.
Oh.
Got a frieze cover. You can tell that it's not a Frazetta because of the, that's definitely not a Frazetta. But I don't think I think this might have been. I looked this one up. I think this might have been his only book, Snyder, or maybe just a small handful. I'm not sure. Would you stop it? Not everything's a joke. Oh. All right. Yeah, let me show you guys what I still have here. You see this? 1, 2, 3 stacks there. It's not happening. Well, anybody else got anything to... Oh, Queens of... Oh my gosh, are those... Here, let me make you full screen. Although, oh, yeah, we got... There it is. Holy gosh.
I bought it for that reason.
Are those sunglasses on it?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good gosh.
And I like that the guy's name is Michael Butterworth.
Well, this stream definitely went somewhere that I did not intend. Or
Michael Butterworth, brought to you by Michael Moorcock. That's a
It's
wonderful cover right there.
Basically a rock and roll sci-fi.
Well, hey, let's shut this thing down, everybody. Maybe we'll end with what are you guys reading? What are you currently reading right now?
I'm currently reading Eon by Greg Bear and Make Room by Harry Harrison.
Nice. How about you, Virgil? What are you reading right now? And maybe you can shout out something if you've got a project or something coming up.
Oh, right now I'm reading Niftaline by Michael Shea, Dancer from Atlantis for the live stream coming up, and something else too. Oh, and Wolf's Hour by Robert McCammon, which is werewolf fighting Nazis.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad. It's pretty decent.
This is the dirtiest intro to the Brady Bunch I've ever seen.
Which one's Alice?
So, like I said before, I'm 100 pages into Empire of the Vampire, against my better judgment.
Nice. How about you, Brett? What are you reading?
I've disliked it so much, I'm blanking on the title. Elizabeth Ayres' newest one in White Spaces series has Machine, and maybe it was White Spaces was the first one. I like those two, but the third one, which I disliked so much, I've forgotten the title now.
I'll be right back, everybody.
Yeah, I can't.
Keep talking.
It's the weirdest thing.
I didn't read the back. It says Elton John.
What about you,
Elton John's on the back.
Quick, now that old man Jake's over here, someone take over.
Some really good covers.
Well, I just ran on. This is my stack of reads later on.
Tomorrow plus.
And I have to say, my most favorite is this gorgeous thing.
It is cool.
I just love that it's floppy too.
Very cool.
And this one, I was so happy to find this one. The guy that I bought it for also gave me this one and this one for $21. And they go for a lot of money online. So I took it.
Do we all go? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
What are you reading, Jake?
The Cruchon and the Killane. By
What is happening there?
Is that in English?
This well, you'll see the review shortly. It's something else. It might be.
Don't worry, you can find that at your local Biblings for all your Bibling needs.
I'm about to DNF this one and just go for the Biblings. Oh man.
I'm divided on my next read. I'm supposed to read Barrington J. Bailey Empire 2 Worlds, but Mercedes Knights is just calling to me.
Oh, somebody had a very good question earlier before we go. And Lichtenstein. Sorry, I meant to pop this on the screen, Lichtenstein, and totally forgot. Question to the group: are there any specific online vintage retailers someone could recommend?
Like a website or like an eBay seller kind of thing?
I don't know.
My most favorite person is the bookstore on Pluto on Instagram. He is my favorite. And Postmark from the Stars, also on Instagram. I buy him from all the time. So.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
If you're looking for vintage, like pulp, authentic pulp stuff, including authentic pulps and pulp reprints, John Gunnison over at Adventure House has his catalog online, and he's been a dealer in that area for a long time. He has a lot of paperbacks, including he's been selling off a lot of paperbacks from Glenn Lord, who is the executor of the Robert E. Howard estate for a while, the literary executor. So he's got some hard to find stuff over there.
I have to look that up.
This guy's based in Nanaimo, British Columbia, but on eBay, bestsellers bookstore. The shipping is very reasonable. Like in Canada, it's like $5 here. Maybe the States is going to be like maybe roughly 10, 15. But I bought so many things off him, and his science fiction novels are usually about $10, depending. So check him out.
Nice.
Awesome.
Heck yeah. Well, hey, this was fun, everybody.
It was.
Wasn't very productive. Like I didn't get halfway through my haul, but
show us one more. What's on the very top of the pile?
You couldn't have intended to be productive with this.
I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. Well, I didn't know if anybody was actually going to show up. You know what? Just for saying that, I'm going to find a naked person.
Well, while he's finding BookWorm, you're talking about the thing, right? BookWorm? You
Yes.
this book, right?
Yeah,
that's the $75 one you lost. Like,
I had the it's like, goodness, the cover that I got is different from that one. I'm trying to remember what it was.
It's probably the UK cover with like ice on it. Yeah, I bought the UK cover for my brother-in-law because he was really interested. He collects novelizations and he wanted it, so I bought it for him. And it's a little bit less. It was a little because the US cover was expensive.
I cannot remember, honestly. Like I had it and then I lost it. I lost a picture of it. Maybe Google can help me.
All right, I'll show one more book. It's just a anthology, Mind Partner, edited by H.L. Gold. The reason why I'm showing you this one is because I bought two of them at the exact same bookstore.
Oh, I've never done that. I've never done that.
Oh, okay. Had the movie cover, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted the movie tie-in cover because I have the movie, and as someone that's grown up on that film and loved it, I wanted the book, and then the universe was like, no. Good luck. Because I went on eBay. The cheapest is like almost $200. So I was like, well,
yeah.
I am sinking in this boat. I'm either going to find it in the wild or I'm never going to find it again. Because I actually saved up $75 for that book, and USPS is like, yeah, about that. Good luck finding it. Because like it wound up in Nashville and then South Carolina and then overseas and then back to Atlanta. I was like,
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know what's going on with it. Like it's like in an endless loop of some sort.
Fingers crossed you get it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Call your postmaster general. I think that I've had something like that before.
Yeah, we've sent in a request of search for the book because it's been way too long, and that guy is not going to refund me because he doesn't consider it lost.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fiends. All right. Hey, everybody. This was a lot of fun. Thanks a lot. Everybody follow. Be sure I'm sure you are already, but if not, Virgil, or your channel's not Virgil. Literally Books. Awesome channel. Yeah. Keith over at Tau Zero SF sometimes makes videos. Sometimes.
Eventually, it'll come. Okay. It'll pop up in your feed, and you'll be like, "Oh, finally!"
There it is. I'm pretty sure I unsubscribed.
All right. Don't blame you.
And the rest of you, hurry up and make some channels. All right.
I got one.
We're all going to be on here anyways. Might as well keep looking at each other.
Right, well, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, man. No problem. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks, everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome, as always.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Shutting her down. Later, everybody.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.